These roads are bullshit. Fucking bullshit. Wow, GPS just fucked me up pretty well. Fucked here. GPS isn't even showing me accurate shit. This is like the fucking map is way off. It's 136th. Any fucking cell signal. I'm starting to wonder if I'm even in the right fucking place. Not truck roads, that's for sure. Motherfucking. I mean, I'm really early, so I got time to be lost, but I don't want to burn all my fucking drive time. That's 138th. It says it's on that fucking road. Southeast 138th Ave. Gotta be. Alright, I think I know what I did wrong here. That's like a fucking stone dirt road and shit. So I'm gonna turn left up here. I think I gotta circle around. Because apparently 138th is kind of fucked up. Got me delivering shit in the middle of nowhere. Truck route. I like it when I see a sign that says truck route. That makes me happy. That makes me all joyful and shit. Motherfucking. Who puts a company in the middle of fucking nowhere? Put it next to the interstate, dickhead. This is how truck drivers get fucked up here. It's a never-ending motherfucking adventure and shit. Using an offline Google map because I have no cell signal out here, and the truck GPS is like on meth or something. What the fuck? So apparently I have to go up some mythical street that doesn't exist. Like, up here it tells me to turn left, on the truck GPS on a street that doesn't fucking exist.
You know where you're going?
The GPS is confused.
Follow me.
All right.
When we turn on the road that's going to be pavement and it turns into High Rock,
Okay.
it's going to come to the T.
All right.
At that T, you're going to turn right, straighten up, and back all the way down.
Okay.
Alright?
All right. Oh, that's great that someone knows where I am. Because I sure as fuck don't. And I kind of hope that this is, you know, like I'm not going to get hijacked. Because there's that. See, it wanted me to turn down this fucking dead end shit. And I got to turn right and back up. That's great. Oh, so I'm actually heading to where I thought I was heading. I looked at the offline map and I'm like, well, this street continues, even though it was a big, like, non-existent street. Now I gotta turn on some lime-ass road. This is fucked up. I'd hate to be a newbie out here. Newbie and fucking be in someone's lawn. This T up here. This ain't a road. This ain't a road. Horse crossing and shit. Where the fuck am I? At least it matches up with where the map says. So she wants me to turn right up here. Back up. Which is fun. Hopefully it's not like a 10-mile back. Getting out of here, that's fun too. Like, yeah, we're trucking now and shit. Now I gotta back up for how many fucking miles? This is some bullshit. Got me backing down a road. I can't fucking. Welcome to Florida. That's how they do freight in Florida, apparently. Every once in a while, I know this from being over the road, you get a customer like this that is really a day cab delivery. A day cab could probably pull this off easily. But no, they put my big over the road ass in here. So that I can back down a fucking road here. She wasn't really specific on what I did once I get back down here. I don't even know what the fuck I'm hauling. Picked it up in a crap yard. Ain't no fucking coronavirus here, that's for sure. It's the last place the virus is gonna hang out. It's fucking cows and shit, doing important cow shit. Like, am I literally delivering to somebody's house? What happens if another truck shows up? That'll be fun. 6 inches off my trailer here, and then there's some other shit behind that. Wow. So you'll never guess what they actually do here. You'll never guess. Never in a million years will you guess what this customer... It's exercise equipment. They're putting together Fuckmasters. You ever wonder where the Fuckmaster at the Planet Fitness was made? Well, here we are. Wow, I never would have guessed. I would have thought like some fucking, you know, agricultural shit or something. But no. And you'll be interested to know that there's absolutely no social distancing going on here. No one's wearing a mask. Well, there is somebody that has a mask, but it's more to keep the dust out than anything. He's not wearing it right now. So, yeah, this whole fucking weekend has been kind of a trucking nightmare, and this is just kind of like the cherry on the cake. So, going back in time, you know, I got issued this truck a week ago, right? A little over a week ago now. And it was due service. So they decided to send me to Atlanta for service. And that was a fucking nightmare. I got there as quickly as possible. I was there first thing in the morning, woke up bright and early, made sure I was first in line. They got me in, they checked it, and they found some air leaks. Minor air leaks, you know, that I'd been driving with all fucking week. Needless to say, in the future, I'm making sure my service is done on home time. Because I was there for almost 3 days. And then, if that wasn't enough, I had to wait overnight for a part. I don't know how that works, where you gotta wait. Last I checked, parts stores deliver on demand. But apparently they only get one shipment per day, and it's at the end of the day, which is stupid. So I waited a full day just for the part. And it got there right before the shop closed that day. So I was there an extra day for that. So then the next morning, they finally get me in. They finally fix it after 3 hours. And then they give me another load that's 54 miles. And I go and, you know, they give me the paperwork. I'm like, okay, at least I get the fuck out of here. 54 miles is kind of shit. And the trailer is on fucking jack stands because the fucking landing gear's broken. So whoever dropped that loaded trailer there, they didn't fucking even tell the shop. I went in to talk to the shop didn't know shit about it. And so I was pissed. I was like, I'm not fucking gonna haul this load. You know, I'm not sitting on another repair. I've already been here 3 days. I'm not gonna sit here another 2-3 days to do a 54-mile load. You got local fuckers for that. So the planner hooked me up after that, and pulled that load off me, and now here I am in the middle of nowhere, Florida. And I'm still not quite done with this adventure because I have to navigate back out of here without any cell signal. Hopefully the trucking GPS, which fucked me up big time because it was telling me to turn on a road that didn't exist. There was no road. It said there was a road, but there was no fucking road. And, you know, it's joyfulness and shit. So I'm very thankful that woman found me and led me to the proper place, because, yeah, I'd still be out there figuring I'd be scratching and be like walking around. I never would have thought to back this in too, so there was that. And if I'd have nosed in, I can't even imagine how I would have turned around. I'm still curious how the hell I'm getting out of here, to be honest with you. But we'll figure it out. We'll fucking figure it out, shit. So anyways, you know, a lot of this got me thinking. You know, this sitting there. The other thing about this is the terminal was under construction, so I had no access to a shower. I couldn't leave because the truck was in shop. So I had to get Uber Eats. I'm not keto anymore, by the way. The keto flew right the fuck out the window very quickly. No keto. I try and be keto when I can out here, but it's clear to me that it's going to be damn near impossible for me to maintain a full ketogenic lifestyle, at least until the COVID-19 bullshit is over with and I can actually do things, you know, go and sit in restaurants and be picky on the menu. As it stands, I did have some steak finally, but it cost me $50 to eat a steak, which is not sustainable, you know. And the reason it cost me $50 is I use like Uber Eats to get it delivered, and it was almost cold by the time I got it too. I have bought steaks for the truck. I got 2 ribeyes in the fridge. I'm gonna try cooking it tonight, so we'll see. Maybe I'll even film it. I've finally got my GoPro shit set up. I've got several mounts in here and shit. Like I got this mount for out the window and a couple up here in different angles to show you. So I just figured I'd share. This is a vlog, you know, you're watching vlogs here. But what got me thinking is we're all essential workers right now. And I think it's unfair that we keep things shut down at this point. We're on the top of the hill. It's all downhill from here. I know they're worried about prolonging it or maybe having a resurge, but honestly, this is going to run through us, and we're seeing that our hospitals aren't necessarily overwhelmed at this point, and we're all going to get exposed to it. I don't hope you aren't thinking that this is going to be avoidable. You know, all they did this for, and they said it from the beginning, Cuomo did, that this is just to slow it down so that we don't overwhelm the healthcare system. Well, it's clear that in a lot of places, the healthcare system had a lot of empty beds. So it stands to reason if you're, you know, getting life flighted to different places as certain hospitals become overwhelmed, might be a good thing to do. Or you can do what Cuomo did and just have, you know, hospital ships and all of that. And I also wanted to point out some fake news, because they were saying we're, you know, having mass burials on Hart Island, I believe it's called. I don't remember the fucking name of the island. Turns out that island is always used for people that aren't claimed. So literally the media just flew over with a drone, took a picture of them doing what they normally do there. Yeah, there's some people dying from COVID-19 there, and that's tragic, but showing it in that light just creates more fear and panic in the public that does not need to happen. And the reason why I'm saying now might be the time to restart things, you know, and I'm obviously try and do best practices. Stay away from people when you can, and you know, but sometimes it's going to be impossible. Wash your hands, wear a mask if you're uncomfortable. I think at this point, the stay-at-home thing should be voluntary, and if you're vulnerable, you have a shitty immune system, or you have underlying health conditions, then maybe you should still isolate. But now, you know, healthy individuals, I think, can go back to work. I've been out here, and I'm telling you, I'm not having a problem. And trust me, I've been exposed to the public plenty. Between Walmarts and truck stops, I can tell you, and you know, customers, I'm exposed to people. It's just part of the job. And I realize I'm an essential worker, but you know what? What I realized is all of these industries and stores and things that we've shut down that are hurting our economy, that are putting small businesses out of business, that have people unemployed in an astonishing rate, they're all essential in my book, you know. And the reason that is, especially now at this point, is what good is life if you're not living it? All right? If all you have to look forward to is going to Walmart to buy food, keeping a roof over your head, and going to work, sounds like something that the corporations would love, at least the ones that are allowed to be open right now. Turns out a lot of the big ones are. This place isn't shut down that I'm at, and they're not doing anything essential, but I think they're essential. Why? Because busting your ass and working your ass off and having nothing to show for it but a roof over your head, and you don't have to work as hard as I've been working to keep a roof over your head. I've learned that. You know, it just depends on the size of your roof. You know, you can live in a car for free practically, you know, so there's that. But if that's all there was to life, you know, basically what I ended up doing for the 3 days is I would eat 1 meal a day, and of course I'd made coffee, and I played video games. I played Bannerlords, Mountain Blade 2. The you know, I kind of got into that as a time killer. I could have been making videos, but I didn't want to make videos because I don't want to advertise for the company I work for. They're not paying me to do that, and you know, I just don't want to do that. I mean, you're free to guess all you want, but I'm not going to confirm or deny any guesses. That being said, you know, I would have liked to hop in an Uber and go do something, like go to a museum or a park or something. You know, I was in Atlanta. There's all kinds of shit I could have been doing, but because of the virus, I was stuck in this box, which is not ideal for me. You know, one of the reasons I've decided to come back out here as a way to travel is to get out and do stuff. But I'm finding with this shutdown shit that there's really nothing to do but drive, play on the fucking computer, make videos, make music, you know, which I'm doing. I did make a new song too. All I have left is working and fucking around at the end of the day if I can't get out and do things. Not to mention the isolation that everyone that's watching this is probably experiencing some way, at least those of us who are single and are trying to avoid family members, mainly because we don't want to expose them. You know, it's rough. We need to, you know, we need to face our fear. We need to realize that even though we have slowed this down, it's still going to run through all of us. Whether all we're doing is delaying that. That's all we've done, and it's still spreading. You know, granted, it's slowed the spread. It is working to do that, but I would argue that we have enough healthcare resources that we have, you know, broke the initial wave of it, in my opinion. And I'm not in charge, so don't get all pissy with me. But, you know, in my opinion, we've slowed it down to the point where we can probably start to gradually open back up, you know, as soon as right now, honestly. But they're going to probably wait till the end of the month and get everyone back to work, because the longer we wait, I'm telling you, there ain't going to be a job to go back to for some people, and that is going to have devastating consequences. It's going to ruin lives. You'll be alive, but your life will be shit. You'll be broke, probably evicted from your home, lose a fucking business. You know, can't have to go look for a new job, and everybody's going to be out looking for new jobs that lost their business. And that's just not a way to go. And the longer we wait, the more of a reality that's going to become, the bigger the problem is going to get. That would be one of those, the cures is worse than the disease, because, you know, it's going to be bad if we don't open up soon. Yeah, and the fear. Oh my God, the media. If you're locked into the media every day, you're going to be stressed. I stopped, honestly. You know, I got burnt out. There's still two, like, you know, I still watch China in Focus, because I do like their reporting, mainly because they're very critical of China, and it's one of the few news outlets that is. And, you know, I do have a few commentators that obviously are focused on this right now that I do occasionally watch, but I've been watching. My watch time is going down on that. I still try and catch the briefings from Cuomo and Trump, and occasionally another state that I happen to be in. I'll try and catch up a little, but all in all, most of them are the same as far as the rules. You know, I haven't been anywhere with, but people are so confused on that too. They were debating in the truck stop this morning on if you should be fined for not wearing a mask. Meanwhile, nobody in the fucking truck stop was wearing a mask except for the guy that worked there. Even the guy that was bitched at me for washing my cup in the sink. Apparently it's a health code violation. It's a fucking sink. It's made to wash shit, you dickhead. I'm going to have some outbursts now that I'm out here again. I can tell you. I'm a little worked up. Plus, I got some standard American diet in me, which makes things worse, I think. At the end of the day, I view all the people that are stuck at home, and I feel bad that they're there. I realize some of them want to be there because they're afraid. And I think it should be optional at this point. If you're not afraid, and you're not afraid for someone that you're out there with, let all the unafraid people go back to work and make it voluntary to quarantine or self-isolate or shelter in place. Shelter in place needs to go away. Social distance, have the lines, have the little fucking protective things, have the big space. And if anything, this will spread motherfuckers out more, because now motherfuckers are all hanging out in Walmart. Alright? Everyone that fucking wants to go somewhere goes to fucking Walmart, even if they don't fucking have to. I've seen them in there. I've seen them. They're in there hanging out. Why? Because it's the only place that's open that they can go. You know, at least this way, if we open up, people will spread out more and have different options to go do shit. And stop fucking with people in parks. If there's a group of motherfuckers in a park together hanging out, instead of you calling 911, you should be like, oh, those are some brave dumbasses out there. They might get fucking COVID. But chances are every single one of them made the conscious decision to go out there. And you know what? Last I checked, this is free country and you're allowed to. All right? You know, the state of emergency is over, in my opinion, and they need to end it and stop this usurping of our fucking rights, you know, and destroying people's lives. Every week we are shut down, thousands of people's lives are being destroyed. Destroyed. Homelessness is going to skyrocket. People are waiting in lines for food. And this is all preventable. Which is going to have the bigger toll? Is it COVID-19? Or is it going to be all the people that are now out of work, broke as fuck, in debt up to their eyeballs? You know, at some point, the scale is going to tip in the other direction. And I think right now we're at the fulcrum point where you got the virus and you got people economically. And we're just about to tip, you know, to where one is going to be more detrimental to us than the other. And if you look at places, China's opening back up, and, you know, if China's opening back up, then clearly we're probably good, all right? Just saying. They're going to get a head start on their economy, by the way, which is not good for us, because we were already overly dependent on China for everything, as we learned. The hard way, by the way. You know, and I hope that we ramp up some productivity and bring some companies back to the United States as a result of this, because we just learned how bad it is when you get everything from one place and how much power that one place will have over you in terms of economics. So, I don't know, these are all just thoughts that have been pent up in me lately. Just thought I'd get on here and share it. I decided to do this vlog with the GoPro just to see if I can make it work, because it is a little easier than some of my other shit. But don't worry, there'll be other videos as I have time and shit. But, you know, like I said, take care out there. Don't give it to anybody. If you are going to take chances with yourself, whether you're an essential worker or not, I don't think it's fair that just us essential workers get the option to take that chance anymore. I think everybody should have the right to decide if they want to take the risk of getting their life going. And for me, it was a no-brainer. I was sitting there, I saw the writing on the wall early, and I hopped in this truck because I knew I could make money doing this. And I knew that this is the one place where I'd have enough freedom and they wouldn't shut me down. I'm allowed to go to every fucking state. Not everybody is in that boat right now. And I'm not any more special than any of you. All right? I don't feel that I deserve anything more than you. Yes, people have been giving us, okay, we're essential, the world stops without us. But you know what? trucking's not going to do a lot of good if nobody can buy shit anymore because they're broke. All right. So it's essential to get everybody back to work, not just us essential workers. Okay. Because if you don't, even I'm fucked. You know, even the grocery store's fucked. You know, there's already farmers that are fucked. They're wasting product right now. So we need to stop. We need to come to our senses quickly, very quickly. And shit, somebody's pulling up here. I don't know where you think you're going, buddy. Anyways, what the fuck do I know? Because I'm not a fucking expert. I love it when they're unloading me. I'm just a fucking asshole. Please like and subscribe for more fucking vlogs and shit. You know, let me know what you think down below. You think it's time for us to open back up, or are you still scared and want the shelter in place? Now, for those of you that have lost people, I'm sorry, and I do feel bad. But I don't think that we're going to avoid everyone eventually getting exposed to this. It's out. Unless we stay in our house for the next fucking year, there's just no way that we get through this without exposing ourselves to it. And hopefully you're in the 80 to, or actually, hopefully you're in the 80% that doesn't have to go to the hospital. But if you do have to go to the hospital, hopefully you're in the 18 to 19% that are going to get treated and released. And I'm hoping that that's the case. But I do realize we are going to still lose people to this. But I also am pragmatic enough to know that there's not much we can do to prevent that. Now, we've come to the point where we're preventing an overwhelming of the healthcare system, in my opinion. And even if some hospitals are at capacity right now, they're within without a 4-hour drive, but probably even less of a helicopter ride or even a life flight. You know, we're not that far off from being able to clear beds and you know, transport people that need to be transported. But there's people like, no, don't bring them here, don't bring them here. Well, I'm sorry, we're in this together. Your hospital is empty, another hospital's full. Transfer patients to the empty hospital. That's how we prevent deaths of, you know, choice, to where they're picking and choosing who gets treatment and who doesn't. And that is what we were trying to prevent. And I honestly think we've done that. And it's especially in a lot of these states that, you know, still haven't broke 100 casualties yet. We're at the point where you could open those up. You know, be careful though. I'm not saying go back to the way things were, by the way. I'm saying open them up with the same things that us essential workers have to deal with. The same restrictions, the same rules. You know, if you want to make everybody wear a mask to open up, I'm fine with that, all right? I think it's worthless, but hey, you know, if that's what it takes to get us working again and to prevent an economic depression, I think that's the way to go. So, but I know my opinion's still not popular because a lot of people are very afraid thanks to the media. And I'm not trying to downplay this. This is a bad thing that's happening to us, but I see a worse thing on the horizon. And I'm just saying, hey, you know, we've gone long enough. All right. You know, we've erased any economic gains that we've had, you know, prior to this. We're at the tipping point right now. And if we don't open up soon, I'm telling you, it's going to be bad out here. People aren't going to have money to eat or pay rent. A lot of people were 2 paychecks away from homelessness as it is. And I don't care about that. That stimulus, that ain't enough. That is not enough to sustain, you know, that maybe pay rent for 1 month where I live. If, you know, if I didn't have a roommate situation. That would pay rent for 1 month. So, and I can't imagine a family, even with the extra $500 a kid, a family of 4, surviving very well off of that, you know, along with everything else that's gone wrong. Not to mention, it's just setting us up. That bubble's going to burst at some point to where they can't print no more money. So, I don't know. These are all thoughts. Let me know what you think in the fucking comments. If you're watching this on LBRY, please give me a follow. You can tip some LBC and help boost. I had to cash out my LBC recently. I will be reinvesting when the price drops again. So for now, I can't boost anything in LBC. So if you wanted to support, which you're not actually donating, you're just storing your LBC to help boost me in the algorithm, I'd appreciate it if you're watching that on LBRY, as I can't self-boost right now. But once the price drops again, and I think it's going to, given the economic situation, I'll probably reinvest and try and make a profit that way. But until then, I can't boost my shit for a little while on LBRY. If you're not following me on LBRY, please head over there, because there will still be LBRY exclusive videos occasionally. And I'll let you know when they're there. But I am posting more to YouTube now because it's easier for me to upload out here on the road. I can upload H.265, which is compressed. I know some of you could give two shits what that is. But that's what I'm doing from now on in the future and shit. And you know, I can only crank out 1 or 2 videos a week as it is, unless I get some more time off. But I'm pretty busy the next 3 days, so I'm going all over the place. Can't tell you where I'm going. I can just tell you where I've been. Today I've been in Florida. I do like it in Florida, though, in this part of Florida. I don't like the urban parts of Florida or the tourist parts of Florida. But the countryside's pretty beautiful here, I will say that. It's just not fun for a tractor trailer to be in. If you want to be around for my live streams that I'm out here doing, probably with my phone, because that seems to be the only way I can get that working, please head to ScottTheTruckDriver.com and sign up for my free email list, and I'll send you out an email, let you know when I decide to be live. There's going to be a lot more IRL streaming with the phone, but occasionally I have yet to get my karaoke setup going, but if I get some downtime this week, I'll try and do that. That's my next project. Right now I wanted to get my truck all spun up and get ready to film as I go. So remember, I'm not an expert. I'm just an asshole in a truck, and I still think we're all essential, and we need to start being essential again instead of staying at home watching the news all day, which is not healthy for everyone for multiple reasons. Have a nice motherfucking day and shit. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank both Google and whoever the fuck did the truck and GPS for being a piece of shit and getting me all fucked up in here, dickheads.